come to make lunch with me as a private chef in the Hamptons. I came to this client for the first time just a few days before this, and then they rebooked me to come for lunch. My client requested a simple vegetable-forward lunch and also wanted me to make my focaccia that they've seen me post in the past. I first started off with my focaccia dough and then moved into a tart dough that I was using for a zucchini and leek tart. I made the tart with goat cheese, melted leeks and zucchini, lemon, mint, and basil. I chilled my tart dough before rolling it out and then moved into making some classic chocolate chip cookies. I always go for the chocolate chunks. This is strictly for visual pleasure, in my opinion. I think they look nicer, but I always top the dough with more of the chocolate chunks. That way, when they bake, you get those nice pools of chocolate. In between all this, I'm tending to my focaccia dough. I have to stretch and fold it every 45 minutes for 3 hours. While the cookies were in the oven, I melted down the leeks and zucchini with butter and garlic, and then seasoned it with herbs and lemon zest, lemon juice. I took my cookies out of the oven. I actually underbaked them slightly and then let them cool completely on the sheet tray. I had my clients do a little taste test to make sure we're good to go, and then moved on to rolling out my tart dough. Once the tart dough was rolled out, I spread the bottom layer with the herb goat cheese and then topped it with the zucchini and leeks. The important step is to squeeze out any extra moisture from the zucchini and the leeks so our tart doesn't get soggy. I folded up the sides of the tart dough and then did an egg wash around the sides and then baked this in the oven until it was nice and crispy and the bottom was done. I transferred my focaccia dough to the sheet tray for one final rise before the oven. Before the focaccia bakes, it gets a good wash of olive oil and maldon on top. I also made a pesto pasta, so I went to my client's garden to harvest some of the basil. I blanched the basil before blending it with olive oil, lemon, garlic, pine nut, and Parmesan. This really sets that nice, beautiful green color. At this point, I was ready to serve everything. My tart was done just in time. I also served tomatoes and burrata and then a corn salad on the side. I didn't get a video of that. I served a fruit platter with the chocolate chip cookies for dessert, and that was everything. I cleaned up and then made my way home. All right, see you next time. Bye.